You are listening to Phone Eats First. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Phone Eats First, a podcast about romanticizing your life and finding inspiration inside and outside of the kitchen. My name is Corey.
And it's Pryce. I'm back.
Pryce is back for a three-peat. And today we're going to get all into friendship and long distance and long-term friendships and all of that fun stuff. But first we'll do a off the noggin weekly report. So, Pryce, what are you reading?
I'm reading, I think I was reading It Ends With Us the last time we were here. I'm still reading it. I wanted to go see the movie with my sister. So hopefully by the end of the month, I'll be finished with it and it'll still be in theaters.
Or maybe next time she's on the podcast, she'll still be reading it. I'm reading book 3 of ACOTAR, Court of Wings and Ruin. Almost done with it. Also, I missed our little introduction. We're in San Diego. We can see the ocean right there. And we're using one microphone because it's a learning work in progress. Yeah, so I'm figuring it out, but I only have one connector from the microphone to the laptop, so we're going to share. So bear with me. But we do have video, so... Okay, back to the weekly report. All right, what are you eating?
We're staying near Bird Rock, and this place called Oscar's is a walking distance from us, and they have the best, like, really, really authentic Mexican food, like fish tacos, steak tacos. I've been twice since we've been here, and we're probably going again tonight.
Yeah, I second that. We got the surf and turf tacos, shrimp and steak, with all of the toppings, like avocado, cilantro, like a little slaw situation. Yeah. I knew you were going to say tacos again, too. Okay, plan. What's going on? You could also just say, we could recap our week. Kind of. Yeah. So, well, you say while you're here.
I don't know how to say this to the public. I don't want to say I'm like off the radar or off the grid right now. My company got acquired, and so all of us are getting shifted around a little bit. I had decided to go remote at around the same time. So until I moved to New York, I'm staying in San Diego. My sister came to visit. Corey is here. So we were here for like a little over a week. And we have to leave tomorrow, sadly. But it's been awesome.
Yeah, it's been great. I needed a vacation after my work summer, so I booked the trip here. And then I even was like, do I want to do this? But I'm glad I came. We've had fun. We've eaten a lot. We've gone to the beach a lot. I've read a lot. Pryce has worked a lot. Just walked around. Watched a lot of sunsets. We went surfing. Yep. And then went to the ER after. We're okay though, don't worry. Everything's fine. Okay. All right. Oh, obsession. I'm obsessed with California sunsets. What about you?
I'm obsessed with California in general. I think I've known that for a long time. That's my obsession right now. My obsession in like a month will be probably a new city. But right now right now it's San Diego.
Yeah, I would like to move here. If anyone knows how to afford to live here, let me know. All right, our recipe, I don't know. I feel like I haven't cooked in a long time.
I don't know what the brand was. My sister is like a cold brew fanatic, and so she bought like just this, I don't know what the brand is. It's a really good cold brew. I think it was already sweetened. I would say get the one that's unsweetened and then add the coconut almond milk, like Khalifa brand milk into it and put it on ice. We put it in like those little wine mugs, walked on the beach in it. That's my recipe. It's so good. We've had it like every day.
Or would that be the recipe? Oh, I have another obsession. These coffee mugs.
Oh yeah.
They're clear. There's nothing special, but they're so fun.
They feel clean. They make you feel clean.
The lead. Okay. Tea treat. Pryce and I can answer for us, have had a lot of ice cream this trip. But one in particular, we went to dinner at Monarch Ocean Pub in kind of like La Jolla Del Mar area. And it was like an hour wait. And so, like, typically one would go get cocktails or something. But naturally, we went and got gelato instead. And it was On's Hat Maker, and it was so good. And we walked in, and the woman was like, "Have you been here before?" And we were both like, "Nope." She's like, "Okay, well, you can try everything." And Pryce is like, "Sure. I mean, why would we not?"
I would say, do people normally say no? Like, what?
I don't know, but I was all in, and the gelato was so good. I ended up getting like a Nutella brownie. You got tres leches and brown brown sugar cookie or something like that. I don't know. Very good. And yeah, and then we were gonna go to Baked Bear last night, which is like a sandwich cookie place, but we were very overwhelmed, and so we went to good old Gelson's grocery store and got Talenti. Anything to add?
I wanted to say to the world, passion fruit margaritas are a scam. Corey pointed it out. Like, everyone knows what a passion fruit looks like. It's hot pink. It's white on the inside. The fruit is white. It's the one with like the black seeds in it, right? Yeah. And they're branding themselves as having we've seen multiple places here have hot pink, neon pink margaritas that are passion fruit. Like, what? Are they juicing this the skin? No.
Yeah, and we all know passion fruit like doesn't really have a taste. So,
like, whatever icky red 47 dye is in those drinks, PSA, don't order them.
Yeah, they're a scam. Pryce was like sipping her cute little margarita, and I was like, wait, hold on. This doesn't make sense. But it was a good margarita, right?
Yeah, it was good.
But never again. Okay, that's the weekly report. Okay, we're back with our... I made a little backstory of how Pryce and I met, because if you don't know, we've been friends for a long time. like since we were like 4, but we didn't even know it. But that's when...
Since like... How old are you when you're in like 6th grade? Or like 5th grade? When were we playing Jammers?
I'm not capable of doing that math.
But like what grade were we? Yeah, 5th?
So we've been like real friends since 5th grade, but we've known each other since we were 4. It doesn't really count.
We were like 14 as freshmen in high school. 11, 10.
That's great. That's even longer than I thought. Let's just say we were like 10, 11, 12.
And it's like 15 years.
Hey Siri, how old is a 5th grader?
As of 2021, Tyler the Creator reaches 30 years old. This answer is from
That's not what I was looking for. Between 10 and 11, you were right. Yeah, so that means we've been friends for 15 years. Whoa. I can't even imagine I've been alive that long. Okay, well, here's our story of how we met. Once upon a time in a faraway land in Jamestown, North Carolina, at the JYL soccer fields, 4-year-old Corey and Pryce were on the Gators co-ed Bumblebee League team. Corey with her almost white blonde ponytail and Pryce with a massive bow on her head. Little did we know we would be here. I wrote 21 years later. Oh yeah, because we were 4. 21 years later. Yeah. Whoa. Then we get to middle school and Jamestown Jammers, which is what you were just talking about. Yeah. Somewhere between 5th and 7th grade, we were on the same team and had our carpool going again, and obviously didn't remember being like JYL teammates. And that was when we really became friends for the first time. I thought you were cool. You were my first real friend that like didn't go to my school, and you didn't live in my street. Like I didn't come over to your house and like play.
That's how I All of my friendships formed. It was like dance. I danced for like 8 years, and then my neighbors were like, "You need to play soccer," and I'm so glad I did because I feel like every friend I've ever had has played soccer at some point in their life. Or I'll meet someone and I'm like, "I like this person," and then I find out they played soccer at some point in their life. But yeah, that's like funny to think about. It's like the people that you didn't go to school with that were finally like you were branching out. You were like making new friends.
Like knowing someone outside of Florence at an elementary 5th grade classroom, like heaven forbid. And I mean, it was convenient that you were a neighbor because then we could be neighborhood friends, but you were still like a half a mile walk away. And then you would like drive to me before you like had your license.
Wait, I forgot about
You were such a rebel. And then I asked my mom if I could drive to you one time when I was like 15, like very much had my permit, but just wasn't allowed to drive alone. She was like, it's up to you, but like you could get in trouble. And I was like, oh no. So
I totally forgot about that. That's hilarious.
okay, and then we get to high school, and this is where our friendship blossomed because you're like actually like friends by choice in high school. I feel like not just like middle school. We weren't like the best friends or by any means, but we always stayed in touch, whether it was because then we weren't on the same teams anymore, but we played against each other. And this is when like the Clydesdale and the Full we played together one year of PTSD. What a weird time.
A lot of shuffling around that time period. Like I think soccer just makes you really good at like making friends with people because like you're getting we merged and you were on new teams. Everything was like a little chaotic all the time, but I feel like that's like I don't know, the girls that I'm friends with are like really good at like just what's the word I'm going for, like adversity, like acclimating, yeah, just like making new friends and like
Wait, it's like a company getting acquired, but your team got acquired.
yeah, like you just figure it out.
But yeah, we would play against each other. We were on the team together one year. We played against each other in high school and club. Well, not really club, I guess. And since we lived in the same neighborhood, I made Pryce be friends with all of my high school friends so that we could keep hanging out. And so we'd like go to parties together, aka at my house. Pryce would just walk over and then her dad would pick her up. And we would have our Cold Stone dates, which is funny that we've had so much ice cream here because I don't know why we did that, but it kind of happened. I feel like we went like
It was always like we did it every like maybe a year. Every year we would we'd have some reason that like we needed to catch up or we'd have time, and it would always be like a consistent like we'd go over boys, like our current relationships, what was going on, like I can't really, maybe we were just like young and immature and we would catch up on boys and like maybe girlfriend like funny little drama. And we're like I feel like neither of us really had that, but every year same place, Cold Stone.
yeah, which is kind of like funny. Like I like really enjoyed just like listing out this stuff right here. I mean, this is like the majority of it, but like because then I realized like now I know I'm a very like intentional friend of like keeping people in touch. And I was like, oh, well, like we even did that in high school, which is kind of fun to think about. And then also I forgot a very important piece, like when I would come over to your house and we would like kick the soccer ball in the front yard and just talk for like hours. And then poor Erin, like she was not cool enough to like hang out with us, but she like tried.
We're on blast. My sister and I are like, oh my gosh, I feel like we have to. My sister and I are like best friends now. Like, could not be closer. People are like, how are you guys so close? But when we were younger, like, this is the funny thing about being friends for 16 years. Like, you've seen it all. We were playing outside, like, with a soccer goal, and like Erin wanted to be out there so bad. Ugh, I don't feel bad even saying this, but she knows we love her. And you were basically like a third sibling to us. Like, yeah. Erin went to Utah.
Pryce and Erin were like the kind of sisters that like
we were good until we weren't. Like,
yeah.
We were like everyone was hanging out, and then all of a sudden something would happen. Usually my fault, and like it would not be good anymore.
Like, not a temper tantrum. Like Erin, she wasn't like 4 or anything. Like, but she was just. You're what? 3 years younger? 2 years?
She's 2.5.
2. Yeah. So like, a good bit younger when you're in middle school, high school, and something would happen, and Erin would be like, "Pryce!" and then like run inside and like just be upset. And one time, I don't know what came over me. It was a very intrusive thought, I guess. Erin was about to kick the ball, like, and like shoot on Pryce, or I don't even know. She was just like by herself. I had another ball at my feet, and I kicked my ball, and it hit her ball perfectly, like literally perfectly. And so she whiffed, and like I don't know if she fell, but she whiffed, missed the ball was out of the way because my ball hit her ball. I did it 100% on purpose, and she immediately was like, "Pryce!"
And I claim this. It was always my fault. If Erin happens to ever hear this, she was like the best little sibling ever, and I was like, I was trying. I think I was trying my best, but I sometimes sucked as an older sister. So we learned from our mistakes. We're best friends. Erin, I love you more than anything.
Me too, Erin. You're my favorite little sister. Oh, but that was good. Yeah, so those are our neighborhood Jamestown days. And then, little do we know, we go to college together. Go Heels. And freshman year, we did our own things, like lived in different places, literally on opposite sides of campus. You did Greek life, I did club soccer. Like those were kind of like, well, you didn't even do it first semester, but we were just like in different groups, very different groups. But we would like see each other at frat parties very occasionally, and like again had to be very intentional to hang out. Like we hung out maybe 5 times on purpose. Like it wasn't a lot.
Like I can't even remember freshman year like how it would go, but it would be like did we even do anything during like the day and stuff? I know we were intentional. Like we were always intentional as friends. That's just how we were.
Yeah. No, I don't think it was ever during the day, but like I know we went to like dinner a few times. I think I came to your dorm like once or twice. Did you ever come to my dorm? Probably not.
No, I did.
So the P2P. Remember when you I made you read the P2P?
I know I came in and like saw Maya and Courtney there. Like I don't know. Yeah, no, I don't know if everyone was there at the same time, but like I know I saw at least Maya like jumping around the room.
I hope she hears you say that. But yeah, so freshman year was just kind of like still very much friends, but then all of a sudden like sophomore year, roommates shared a room, and it was the best year ever.
We were intentional because we were like, oh, like maybe we should just live together next year. Like that's the good thing about it. Like all of the friends I've ever had, I'm bad at keeping in touch with, but like it's like an unspoken thing. Like we all just stay in each other's lives.
You have no choice. Yeah, roommates the rest of college. So like sophomore year we shared a room, and it was so much fun. Like I can't believe we did that. Like that time of our life is just so weird. Like it's so weird.
College to me, like it's only senior year. Like all the other years I forget, but like they were so good.
Like last night I was talking about like junior year living in the sorority house together. Pryce and I were our bedding situation was so weird both sophomore and junior year, because sophomore year we were, I mean not weird, but we were in like a cinder block room, concrete room with
full beds,
massive
touching each other.
I used Pryce's MacBook charger and measured out our room and was like, oh, we can fit queen beds in here. And we did. And it was the talk of shortbread apartments, and no one else was allowed. They said they ran out of queen beds.
I love that front desk guy. Yeah. So basically we were like, it was a massive room, like for way too many, like it was just this middle space with like little twin beds bordering it. And we both wanted a full. We walked down. I don't know if we carried they were. I can like kind of picture us carrying the charger down to the desk. Like we told this man, we were like, I promise they'll fit. And he was like, guys, like you can't regret this. If it doesn't fit, you're not getting them out of your room. And we were like, I promise it's going to work.
I was like, so it's possible. And he was like, I'll send someone tomorrow.
They brought the beds in, and then like everyone would come to our room and be like, "How did you do this?" And they didn't let anyone else.
That was great. That was so great. So sophomore year, success. Junior year, we downgraded to bunk beds in a room like the size of my childhood bedroom, but smaller. Oh my god! How did we have closet space?
I don't know where I had clothes there. I'm really confused now.
Yeah, and
That was such a blur. It was only 6 months too, and then we went abroad together. Is that what?
oh my god! Wait, no, I didn't even list that.
Wow. It kind of is all like just meant to be. Like we didn't even have to try. We just were in the same situation.
Yeah, wow. Yeah, fall semester junior year, we were in the same house, and then spring junior year, Pryce was in France and I was in Italy, and we met up in Switzerland. Wow, that was so fun. And then we went home, and we were sad together. And then you were the first person I hung out with, not because of COVID, but because I was fostering puppies. And then like literally the day they got adopted, I was like, peace, I'm going to the lake.
Like during COVID?
Because I couldn't leave the puppies because my mom was like, you obviously like, not that like traveling was really an option, but like she's like, you're not leaving me with these dogs. So I had to wait for the puppies to be adopted. Literally that afternoon, I drove to the lake.
You might have been my first like I know a lot of people like quarantined at the lake, so I'm like maybe I saw people like in passing like from my dog, but you were like the first person like welcomed into my house.
I haven't heard the word quarantine. So
Okay, I was trying to ask you, but I was muttering it. I saw like at CVS like it was a vaccine line, and I was like, have people ever been like massively vaccinated for anything else? Like
no, other than the flu shot, no. But like
that's not a vaccine.
yeah, it is. I think. I mean, it's a shot. Like, what if it was like line up for shots? The shot line at CVS.
Okay, maybe that's why it said vaccines. I was just,
Or like injections. That's also not good.
I was like, why does it say that? Like permanently. You know what I mean? Like for COVID, but I guess
They still have the little COVID cubby of like.
we're still getting vaccines though. Like I get it, but I was just like, whoa, I haven't seen that in a really long time.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And then I listed out some more core memories. We covered a lot of them, but like one being the carpool to soccer practice. Not even core memories, just like unlocked memories.
There were so many people in that car with us that like you were consistent, but I feel like there were just so many people like that would come through the cars.
Like as the
Over,
team channel.
8 years.
Yeah. Like Ellen Drubish. Brie O'Connor. Brie was, I was with Brie for a long time. Who, like we never carpooled with Hannah. Who else, was anyone else in our neighborhood?
Carpool is like the place that like builds character, like learning how to make friends. Your mom is like, well, like your mom starts, they're like learning how to be soccer mom friends. And then you're like with all these new random girls that just get in your car, like, and you're just like friends. You have to be automatically. It's so weird. Like carpool.
And you also carpooled to school sometimes. I was a bus girl.
Yeah, we did that. It was fun. That you're also like psych getting mom's like go with this mom like her kids.
You have no choice. And then junior year, when we went home for Thanksgiving, and then like drove home to like be home for Thanksgiving break on whatever day of the week it was, and then there was a part.
Like the first day of Thanksgiving break. Like
Yeah, no, we got home at like I don't know 6, 7, like before dinner, had dinner, and there was a party that we really wanted to go to. So I drove my little car, picked Pryce up in our neighborhood, and we went back to UNC that night.
I remember I was like finishing dinner, like cleaning up the kitchen with my parents. My sister was there. And I remember like texting you during it and having to all of a sudden be like
I'll be back tomorrow.
like got mom, dad, like I I don't even know how I would have said it. Like I would have been giggling and they would have been like, "What are you about to say?" Because at that point they like understood like shenanigans. We were like, I was like, me and Corey like really have to go back to school for something. And I know I told them, I wasn't like, oh, I forgot my laptop. I was like, there's a party we want to go to and all of our friends are still there.
And so we drove. I mean, thankfully we live relatively close to like Chapel Hill. It was like an hour, but we went back literally for a frat party, and it was fun. It was worth it. And then went back home the next day. Slept in our twin bunks.
Wild.
We covered sophomore year and sharing our big beds. Also, important detail: you were the reason that I started my notes app of like my quote journal.
Really? Did I say something?
Like you were the reason it started, because I was like, oh my God, I have to write this down. Do you know what I won't share all of the details. It was sophomore year, and you woke me up in the middle of the night, like came to my bed, my queen bed, tapped me. Literally were like tapping me. And you had the longest text on your phone typed out that I've ever seen in my life. And you were like, should I send this?
Oh my God. Whoa. I thought you were gonna say like, you know, the like thing where I wrote down happy things during the day, like those notes. I was like, oh, that's so cute.
No, my notes app that has like flame emojis at the top, because it's like, it's all the quotes of our friends, but you should be honored that you were the reason it started.
So embarrassing.
She didn't send the text, don't worry.
Yeah.
Because then I woke up and I was like, please tell me you saved that.
And then you were like, dear God, don't do that. Like, I remember you being like, absolutely not. Like, you like took the phone and you're like, no.
I read the first 3 words and was like, no. And I wish I remembered them so badly. It wasn't like you up, but it was...
No, it was long. It was like this long.
No, but like the first 3 words were all I needed to see. I didn't read the text. Isn't that great? And then also literally anything that happened at Cotton Street senior year, which like you said senior year is like college to you, and I agree. We had the best senior year ever. I'll never stop talking about it.
There's so many good stories in that one.
Yeah. Like I didn't even write any down just because every day was great.
Like the Spider-Man thing. That's like what I picture, or like just like the amount of people that were in that house for different reasons.
Whether you were living there or visiting or breaking into our windows dressed as Spider-Man or like stealing the Cotton Street sign.
Gosh. Wow.
Yeah. And then now we're in our post-grad time, and what's weird is to transition a little bit more sentimentally. Like anytime we're together, like you and I, and also just like our friend group in general, it's like weird how much more we appreciate the time together, because it's like you don't know when you're going to see each other next. I mean, for the most part, like we almost always have something planned, which like I definitely don't take for granted, but it's like we like all know we have to have something planned, because we're like, okay, when's the next time we're going to see each other? But now it's like we went from like seeing each other like, you know, every once in a while growing up, and then in college like literally every single day and sleeping in the same room. And then all of a sudden it's just like, oh, we live in different states. All of our friends live in different states. But like here we are in San Diego. You're coming to Raleigh in like a month-ish. I'll visit you in New York a lot. Ski trips. Like, I don't know. It's just really weird how it's like a whole new world.
Like, and you learn how to get like comfortable with that too. Like all of our friends are so busy with like a billion things going on besides just like work and family and relationship. Yeah, it's like an unspoken thing with like a lot of our friends. Like I feel like I don't like, and I feel like with some people it would feel like you like artificial and like task. Like I think that some people actually like try to keep up in a way that like they feel like they have to be friends with people, like text all the time or just like have these kind of not annoying check-ins because that's nice, but like just like it feels forced. And like our friendships are so strong and steady, and I don't know, I'm trying to think of like what makes it like that, like the genuineness to it, that like I could go for like weeks, months, not months, but like weeks without talking to people, and like there'll be like funny, it's like it's that group of my really close friends, it's just so stupid to me, but they'll like every single story I have, or they'll like we'll text each
Me.
other like that's what I mean. We'll text each other like, "Hi, I miss you," and then like the other person won't respond for like 3 weeks, but like we both do it occasionally, and I'm like, that's all we really need, and like a solid plan coming up in the next like 2 months, and I'm like, we all just go on with our daily lives, and then it comes to this time, and it's like nothing changed, like.
Like if I went through my, specifically Savannah Clausen, if I went through my text with her, it's like, hi. 2 days later, hi. A month later, miss you, let's catch up. Yeah. Never catch up. And then like a month later, oh, we finally have our phone call. And then again, it's just like, hi. And like we never actually like converse.
One of our friends like that is so genuinely intentional about like keeping up with all of our friends, and then just also like other people she's really close with, and like I don't know how she does it in a way that's like really genuine. Like it's not forced. She has a lot of really good friends, and I like aspire to be like that. And Caroline Harris is good at it too. I'm like, a lot of our friends though are just steady enough and exactly what you need. The like 3 week gaps, I'm like, I'm totally okay with that.
It's like you don't even like, yeah, like we don't even talk for a while other than like liking every single Instagram story you ever post.
It's like a comforting, I don't know what it is. People are like, the guys liking your stories is like flirty or whatever. I'm like, the girls that like my stories, it's like a set view of my really close girlfriends that I'm like, and because when I tap your story, I'm like, oh, I just love you. I miss you. Like, you look so good. You look so happy and healthy. Like, that's like my fast communication besides just like, hi, I miss you. And then like, no one answers.
No, that's so true and so funny. Like Rory, my cousin, is, if I go through my notifications, because I like dump all my stories at once, and it's like literally Rory.
It's a funny one to me, but like, I'm just like, oh, like, miss you too.
Yeah. Okay, so what do you think are some keys to maintaining a friendship for this long, or just in adult life? I don't even, obviously we've talked about being intentional, and you do have to try, but also I feel like the friendship has to be important enough to want to try, because it's hard to like really stick with it.
I feel like a lot of it, it's like trust. Like, there's like, I don't know, the people that I'm friends with, like, we have really good, like, really solid friends. I feel bad because, like, I've seen people go through, like, really bad friendships where, like, just catty girls, like, I don't know. We've never really had to deal with that. But, like, I think the long-term friendships are the ones that, like, I know they would, like, go to bat for me when I'm not around. Like, they would never say anything bad. Like, I trust them with my life. And, like, it feels genuine. And then that way, like, I don't know, you don't have to keep up. This is, like, wrong to me. Like, I love my friends so much, but I don't have time to keep up with all of them. So I'm like, oh, they're my best friend ever. That means I don't have to text them. Like, that makes no sense, but, like, I think it's like, yeah, like, it sounds bad when I say it out loud like that, but, like, it's just, like, the trust that you've built of, like, all these little tiny interactions you've had throughout your life. Like, you know, like, you're never, they don't talk bad about you. You don't talk bad about them. Like, there are some people where, like, their girlfriends would, like, talk shit about them in a room full of other people, and that's terrifying. So, like, I feel like it's the little things behind the scenes that like make it last long.
Yeah. So to answer how to keep up with long-term friendships, you don't, because you don't have to.
Okay, next question.
But it's true though. I mean,
Like,
it is like,
yeah, and it's like if it's not serving you as a friendship, then like it shouldn't be your long-term friendship. It's like I don't know.
yeah. But there are still relationships that like aren't, and this is something just like bigger picture, like I've had to learn and everyone's had to learn, but there's people in your life that just aren't meant to be in your life for the rest of your life. Like you're going to encounter people and like for a few months you might be good friends, or you they might serve like a really good purpose of like, I mean, whether it is your friend that like you go to bars with, or maybe you like go to new restaurants with, or you just like go on a walk with, and then like maybe you move or they move, or just like time passes and you haven't talked in a while, and then all of a sudden you're kind of like, oh, like forgot about this person, and like that's okay.
Yeah.
And that's just like people serve different purposes for different seasons of your life. But then you have your friends that are like literally like you, sometimes you just like meet someone and you're like, oh, like yeah, you're here to last.
Yeah, and like to all of that, I feel like it's like you can't fit certain friendships into the wrong things. Like I feel like people go about like trying to force people, like you can love people for like what they are serving in your life, but you can't like fit them into everything you do, if that makes sense. Like I feel like we've served different purposes for each other throughout our 16 years. Like at one point we were like just soccer friends. Like we needed to be like at soccer, like you were my go-to girl. But like at that point it might not have meant like you were my like dinner friend or like high school friend, like my like go-to for everything. And we didn't like force it. Like we weren't like texting each other like nonstop like do you want to go to dinner, like it wasn't like that. So it's like even today you can't like force, I mean we're all in different cities too, like you like you'll have long-term friends, but you can't force someone into every little box you have.
Valid. So valid. Okay, what have you learned about friendships in your 20s that you wish you could tell your younger self?
Corey, what have you learned about friendships in your 20s that you wish you could tell your younger self? I know, I'm thinking too.
I literally like wrote the question and I don't have an answer. But definitely that, and just in general, like everything in life, like it's not that deep, but the things that really do bother you or like stick with you are for a reason, whether it's like a lesson you're learning or like a relationship you really care about. And if like I hurt your feelings or something and like you were mad at me just for like a very simple explanation, but and it like really really upset me, like there's a reason. And like cuz like sometimes in relationships like a drama friend can be mad at you and you're like, okay, like I don't really, like what, like grow up, I don't really care. But if like I were to upset you, like I'd be like, oh fuck, like I messed up. And so it's just like how you react, how you feel about a situation, like is kind of telling of how you care about that person and how you want the relationship to either continue or not continue. So that's one thing, which like I've kind of like always been able to handle situations like this, I think, like well, of just like knowing like when to give my energy or not. But that's definitely something important to know. It's just like something like honestly, like it's cliche, but it's like some relationships are worth fighting for, and like sticking with people through like harder times. Or and like honestly, like I don't think you and I have ever like fought or anything, but like just I don't know, like there's definitely been times where I've like hurt people's feelings, or like you just like kind of know maybe you didn't say the right thing, or I don't know. But so like knowing when to handle things differently versus not. And then also just like the value of friendships throughout your life. Like friends are so important and they'll like get you through everything. Like, cause like you have like your family and your significant others throughout life. And you can't change your family. And like you can change your significant other, but like at the time, like if you're going through something, like you like that's like the one significant other. You don't go to your other significant other to like complain or whatever. But like friends are like through it all.
Yeah.
I don't know.
No, I liked the point about like everyone messes up, but like it depends like how you want to handle it with certain people. Like, and it's almost like it's two-sided, and like you'll feel that like because I've definitely messed up with like really everyone's messed up with like close friend or significant other and been like, oh my god, I messed up, like I have to fix this somehow. And like on the receiving end of that, like they'll either want to like forgive you and work through it or like they don't. So like from both sides, everyone's been on both, and like you can feel that like if someone wants to work through it. So it's like how you want to put in your like how you want to mend it, and also like how you'll receive it and like fix it is so important. Because like if you need to pull out of something, like if you feel it two-sided, it's like hard to manage, but just like learning that. And it's hard like to ever let go of something like that. That's why I'm hoping everyone would always be on the side that it's not like pushing pulling. But
Yeah. And staying in touch, like the importance of like just like how we were saying, like we just text each other, hi, miss you, literally don't respond, it's fine. Just either whether it's that or like a phone call or like scheduling a trip, like it's all so important. And even and like me talking to myself, like I get really busy with work and it's really hard to like give people the time of day. And then as soon as I have time, like I'm like, okay, I need to like check in on everyone and be like, hey, how you doing, like I'm here. And then now my friends are busy and I'm like, oh damn, like it like sucks to like, but it's a reminder of like when I'm busy I can't like push people to the back burner, even if it's like my family and my friends. So just like making time for people, and then also never feeling like you're a burden to your friends, because like you have to remind yourself like how you feel when your friends reach out. So like if I text you, like you like it'll put a smile on your face or like whatever. And I mean, I don't feel this way, but I know other people feel this way. They're like, oh, like this person doesn't want me to call them right now. But it's like, if they don't want to talk, if they don't have time, like they're not going to answer. But like, just like knowing that like you tried and like are taking the time will go far. Anything else?
no, I feel like all these pieces need to be like reordered. We're like going on so many different tangents. I feel like one other thing that I've learned, like just as you go from high school to college and then post grad, like I feel like I've changed as a person every like 3 years. Like you really change, or you like learn something new that you really like doing or like about yourself. And in each of those periods, it's like usually because you like meet someone that likes that, or like you get along with someone and then learn something new. I don't know. So it's like it's okay to like, I've never really like, I think it's okay if you lose friends because you're changing, but like I've kind of like picked up friends because I'm changing, like, and they serve different purposes for like a lot of different things. I don't know. I have friends that are like, everyone had their like college going out phase, and like that's what those people were serving. We were both serving each other in that instance, but now I'm just like, I don't know, we're all like adults in like working settings. We have all these like different little passion projects, and you like bond with people over things like that are like very different than like your set group of friends. So it's not that you're ditching people, you're just like getting closer with people for other things. And I've like kind of started to learn that that's like a good healthy thing, like, and you don't have to lose friends from it, you're just like picking up new ones.
I saw a little like Instagram meme and it was like life is like an algorithm of like how like if you're scrolling through TikTok or Instagram and you're liking a million videos of dogs, like you're gonna get videos of dogs like coming up. And so it's like in life, if you put your passions out there and like start like looking into the things that you are interested in, like life will give you more of what you're looking for. And it's like honestly so true. I mean, it's very easy. Like I know you can relate to this like on your art account, and I can relate to this on my like food account. Like I only follow like other food or like health related or like content creators that I like want on that one space. And so like that whole space is only that. And I'm sure your art is like similar, but then just in general, like what you're saying of like you're meeting people in the art and like fashion and small business world, and like I'm connecting more with people that are just like all about like health and living like a good life that you want to live. So it just translates from like your phone to your environment to like real life people, which is cool.
Yeah. And there's like nothing about that, and there shouldn't be anything about that that's like making your other friends like feel threatened by it. And like none of our friends feel that way in the slightest. No one gives a shit. But it's like you like it's like healthy and good to have those like little pockets of people, I feel like. And like I feel like this is like your other topics, but like it's so normal and fine to like reach out to random people. Like social media is so annoying and I hate it, but like it is a good thing. Like if you're in a city where you don't know anyone, to just like find someone that is interested in the same things as you and be like, hey, like you shoot your shot, whatever. Like I've done that to people, people have done that to me, and I think it's really cool. It's like to just make friends that way. Like it feels weird, but it's, I don't know. People should not be scared to like just follow someone or like say like, oh my god, I love what you're doing, or like I live here, like do you want to go get coffee? It's like so complimentary to other people too. Like even if they don't answer you, it made them feel good about themselves, so like you can both just go on with your day.
And if it didn't make them feel good, then you didn't want to be with their friend anyway.
Yeah.
Anything else? I think that was a good episode. I think we got a lot out there.
Yeah, I feel like this was like a therapy session.
Yeah. To all of our friends, we love you and wish you were here. And you're all, if you think we're talking about you in this episode, we are talking about you in this episode.
Yeah, hey guys, this is my text to all of you. You know who you are. Love you.
See you in who knows when. Well, thank you, Pryce.
Thanks, Corey.
Where can the people find you?
Corey. Thanks.
Ah! Put that down. Okay, where can the people find Pryce Studio?
I'm off the grid right now.
You can't find me.
My normal Instagram is Caroline Pryce, and my art account is Priceless Studio, and I'm just on Instagram.
Don't find her anywhere else. Don't look for her anywhere else.
Oh, follow me on Spotify. I care more about that. I like love playlists. I don't know what my account name is. You can follow me on Spotify if you want. That's my only other account.
That's a good follow. All right, well, hope you guys enjoyed this episode.
Bye.
We'll talk soon. You are listening to Phone Eats First.